Doesn't seem real.
I'm gonna go check in here.
Of course. No lights, no power.
Yeah, I don't think this place has been touched in a long time. What's this? Oh. Machine repairs. Sam, Robert, Brooks, Tisa? Oh. Oh, okay. Texas for winter, too expensive. Huh.
Ooh, this place needs some serious cleaning.
Bro.
Alright, let's see. Broken shelf, broken jar, and the washing machine. Broken. The dryer never worked to begin with.
Marianne thought dryers were straight up evil. Energy hogs.
I hated hanging drippy laundry. I refused to change for a few weeks once, so I wouldn't have to do it.
Huh. So if we're going to repair the washer, right there's a number, but one of them is too expensive, so... Alright, and Mabel. Whoa! Hello.
We should take down the creepy masks if we don't want to scare the buyers away.
Oh, so now you don't want to scare someone with those masks.
Why? Are these authentic? Pretended to be a warrior. Pretended to be. Yeah.
Hey, I just put on the mask and pretended to be a warrior. You were the one who got freaked out by it.
Right.
Not that she ever let me wear him very long.
Those are some pretty cool pictures. Huh. Can't zoom in on them. Hi.
Huh. This bathroom still smells like Marianne.
A good scrub and we'll be rid of that too.
We were so competitive about who measured taller. Like we actually had anything to do with it.
And after all that, it ended in a tie.
Yeah, none of that crazy stretching I did made any difference.
Stand it. Mirror, mirror on the wall. Where is Marianne? I must know.
Not a total disaster, Ronan. What are we gonna do with all her jewelry?
Well, I'm certainly not gonna wear it.
Donation pile it is, then. Wow. I forgot all about her weird concoctions.
And how she was always testing them on us. Like we were lab rats.
That's fucked up.
Handmade soap. Still here after 10 years. Impressive.
You could say that about the entire house.
Excuse me, I gotta take a piss. Okay. And now I need a shower. Oh, what the hell?
I tried to bury this dress in the backyard, but Marianne caught me.
It was a pretty dress.
Yeah, well, we both know pretty was never my thing.
Okay. Ooh, here's the kitchen. What's in this drawer?
String, glue, duct tape. The holy trinity of house repair.
Marianne loved having something to fix.
When we broke them. How that fixes things. We fixed her. When we broke them.
I love fixing things too. Header installs, swapping cams.
Those are car things, right?
No, those are hot rod things.
Well, keep up the car talk and you'll fit right in around here.
Okie dokie.
What was she hoping to do with all these jars?
She used to barter for our clothes with homemade jam.
She tried everything to make ends meet.
Well, not everything.
What do you expect her to do? Hopefully not rated R stuff.
Best mom. You think we ever really believed that, or were we just trying to make her happy?
Either way, it wasn't true.
Y'all are like bashing the fuck out of this woman, and I don't even know what the hell she did.
Guess we never had time to complete the collection.
These came out of one of the prize machines at the Vecchi store, right?
Yeah, you'd slide the quarters inside on the little tray, and then magic, out pops a sticker.
Nut, mint, Kermie. Let me do it for you. Anyways. Oh, hello.
Mom? About me joining the hockey team? Mom!
Sorry, what? Not now. Maybe next year.
But you promised!
Keep whining, and my next year will become never.
Can you cut my hair?
Your hair is fine.
But I want to cut it short. Really short.
What? Look, I'm tired, and I'm busy. Let's talk about this later.
You always say that.
Marianne said no to everything. Made me so pissed.
She was always on edge those last few months.
Yeah, and completely deaf to everything I was telling her I needed.
She pretty much always said no to me, too.
True, but it felt personal with me.
I think something might have been going on with Marianne. Like divorce, or loved one passing, or job, whatever, or... I refuse to think that she is fully a bad person until I know more context.
She pinched every penny.
Hey, Mom. We are sorry the vase got broke. We didn't know you love it so much. We need to be more careful and not act up in the window room. Next time, we will try and use good judgment. Please forgive us for doing bad things. I'm sorry, too. We should be more careful. I'm sorry. I'm very sad we made you cry so much. We should play outside instead. I will tell Oli not to be wild all the time. We aren't going to do it anymore. We are sorry. Oh, okay. You guys are like troublemakers.
What are you reading?
Our plan. Apology letter.
A letter we wrote her. To apologize for breaking that stupid vase, remember?
Bore your kids into good behavior. Great parenting strategy.
Old textbooks. Tessa gave them to us, right?
Yeah, she thought we were gifted.
Were in a way cool when she came over. Do you think that?
What about you? You think you're gifted?
I wouldn't be here if I was.
What? Like, in this house with me?
I mean anywhere near here. I'd be working in Juneau or Seattle or something.
Oh shit. Okay. Burbies.
I don't remember these.
It's probably one of Marianne's unfinished masterpieces.
There's 2 of them. Maybe they were us. In some weird way that only made sense to Marianne.
Burpees. What you looking at?
Wow. I'm so embarrassed for us. Mini Da Vinci's we were not.
She saved every drawing we ever did.
There's a couple of these I might keep.
Aww.
She took so many pictures.
Yeah. Like she had to document every second of our lives.
I wonder She was going through amnesia. Wow. Kind of annoying. I wanted to keep this.
It made her happy. And it was kind of nice to see her smile.
I guess.
You okay?
All these happy pictures. They look so sad now. So staged.
I know. She was trying to save the planet way before Al Gore made it cool.
Has Al Gore ever made anything cool?
Nah.
I guess she was right about one thing. But you can't really blame anyone for not listening to crazy Marianne Ronan.
Oh. I concocted a theory. So Alex, at least I think that's his name. He was acting all weirded whenever we said the word Ronan, the last name of us. Well, last name of Tyler. So I wonder if he has anything to do with Marianne.
I didn't realize how much I missed the smell of firewood.
I miss the cold winter nights curled up here. With big mugs of hot cocoa.
Yeah. Marianne was so tired she was usually asleep on the couch.
Ah, that's why it was so nice. No Marianne.
A lot of times we used our voice.
We'd use our voice so we didn't wake her up.
And then we'd be up all night telling stories and watching the fire die. And Marianne was none the wiser.
Something tells me that she might be going through some medical issue, Marianne. Because, like, yeah, I know, like, the whole concoction making in the bathroom, that's pretty messed up. But now, the more I go through this, the more, like, she's part of, like, always going through Edit's means, of course. And trying to, like, different ways that they fix certain, like, problems, like illnesses or whatever.
Marianne's room.
Let's not go in there until we absolutely have to.
Agreed.
Oh, okay. You know, for pinching pennies, this place is pretty fucking nice. Like, damn, this place is really nice. They even got a little tiny fort. They got a lot of things, too.
If you don't come up soon, I'm gonna take whatever I want from our bedroom.
No way! Wait for me!
Never.
No, this feels like home.
Hey, the postcard we sent ourselves from Juneau.
Forever alone.
What?
We barely had any friends. We even had to be our own pen pals.
Let's see. Hello, Ellison and Oli. We are writing from the past. What is it like in the future? Anyway, dinner was super cool. We took the tramway all the way to Oli and was scared. Liar. We got some books, but Mommy went to the restaurant at night and forgot them.
Tyler, do you copy? If we don't move fast, this whole thing is going to melt. Do you copy?
We're basically walkie-talkies on legs, you know.
Yeah, well, how do you play Ice Road Trucker Assassins without a walkie-talkie, right? Yeesh, Mr. Serious all of a sudden.
I was reading, ma'am. It was cool. There were a lot of whales in the Fury. No, there wasn't. They were in the water, stupid. Anyways, here is a postcard reminding and awesome we are, especially me. That's cool. What's this?
Look, it's the game we made, Lucian Tramway.
That game never made any sense.
Didn't stop us from playing all day.
Dude, we were kids. All we needed were rocks and bird feathers.
What the fuck's wrong with rocks and bird feathers?
We never appreciated this view as kids.
I'll look at it later. Rule number 1. Figure out who goes first with the paper, rock, scissors. With silent voices. So don't wake up Marianne. Roll a dice and move the number you roll. Pay the chainway lady to climb up or down the mountain. Take the lunge slide down to the mountain. If you get A1, you get to roll again. If you get A1 again, pick a motor car to climb up the mountain with a lunge. If you roll a 6, become the Mad Hunter for 2 turns, save room, shoot. If you roll a 3, become a bear, and in 3 turns, can't. Oh, okay.
Hey, you. I just found your twin under the house. He's seen better days. Oh, this one wasn't mine.
Oh, so the one underneath the house was yours. Oh, okay. How come wasn't your name on it? Maybe you're just thinking around to it.
Whenever we asked for a TV, she'd just bring home a big stack of books.
I think she did us a favor with that one.
You may not agree when we start digging into the HBO back catalog.
We'll see. Ugh. Some of our old toys give me the creeps.
It is some strange creation, I'll give her that. The view is nice up here. Damn. At least from what I can see from the window. What's this? Books.
Look what I found!
What?
Only our greatest creation, the Book of Goblins.
Seriously? It was in that chest the
Press to
whole time?
open the Book of Goblins.
All these stories.
I had ideas for so many more.
Marianne wrote a lot of them.
Yeah. It's one of the only times I remember her being at peace.
The frog earns the right to speak. The bear and the princess. Number 7. The beaver fixes the house. Princess Party 15. The goblins in the ice cave. The princess and the 2 thieves. The princess makes new friends. The bear's big paws. Moon Hags loses her name. Goblins tricks the Mad Hunter. The pestilence helps her friends. The goblins earn their voice. The big frog punishes. The goblins save the old beaver. The goblins irritate the ice king. The goblins meet the ice troll. The goblins trick the muskrat. The moose teaches the goblins. The Mad Hunters get his hand back. Okay. Read. The frog earns the right to speak. Once upon a time, in an ancient and deep forest, there lives a big frog in a small pond. She was the peaceful creature who spent most of her time eating, swimming, and sleeping. For the morning of the evening to the evening, she did everything the smaller frogs did, except she did it bigger. She ate more, she jumped further, she was smarter, and she made much more noises. Every day in the forest could hear her loud croaking, and everybody was happy that they could. You see it. It was easy to get lost in the forest, but thanks to the frog's loud noises, you could just easily find your way back to her pond. Maybe it would not have been the same if the big frog had kept singing during the night, but she was much too lazy an animal to stay active after dark. One day, an unknown visitor came to the forest for the first time. It was a young woman dressed in a beautiful gown. She was walking fast through the woods as if she was running away, and she never looked back. Many eyes spied the princess pass by, but no one dreaded to help her, for the Mad Hunter was on her tail. This is not our business, they said, and we had better look away, for the Mad Hunter was an unyielding man who loved nothing but to hunt down his prey for money and glory. Nothing could escape the piercing eye for long. So the princess walked alone, without help, until she was helplessly lost in the big forest. Exhausted, she passed on with no idea on where she was heading, as the hunter drew ever closer, dragging his pursuit. She continued this way until she heard a heavy croaking far off to her left, so clear and loud that the princess immediately made for the source of the noise. A few minutes later, she reached the big frog in the small pond, and the frog looked at her with a gentle smile. "Help me, please," said the princess. "I need a place. I need a place to rest and hide." "Ribbit," answers the frog, and the princess frowned. "Please stop making noise. A mad hunter will be after me." "Ribbit," said the frog again, so loud that the princess had to cover her ears, the creature begging to jump everywhere which way. What are you doing? It's the princess." "What?" "What are you doing?" asked the princess. "Stop all the noise, or he will find us." But the frog kept croaking and jumping around, left and right, up and down, ribbit, ribbit, until the princess understood the meaning of all the fuss. Cautiously, the woman climbed onto the back of the big animal, and then they leaped the frog, set off the way, away from the pond. The frog jumped so high and so far that even the hunter couldn't find where the princess had gone. With a few jumps, the princess was out of its piercing eye, and a few jumps more, and she vanished for good. The princess closed her eyes and let her clever mount carry her away, carry her wherever she deemed. The princess closed her eyes and let her clever mount carry her wherever their creature pleased. Less than an hour later, the big frog had reached the other side of the ancient forest, near the shores of the very deep lake. There, she landed without a noise, in front of the big wooden house that had been abandoned. "Thank you," said the princess, covering the animal's snout with kisses. "I only wish you could speak, so I would have understood what you were trying to say sooner." As she pronounced those words, something incredible happened. The big frog was suddenly able to speak. Her first words startled the princess. "The mad hunter is always at my heels. Now you're safe, and I will have my revenge. You can stay in this house, and it has been abandoned for a long time, and no one will look for you here." And then, without the looking back, the big frog jumped away from the pond. And this is how the big frog saved the princess, and how she earned the right to speak. Oh, the frog was a female. Whoops. It's cool. It is a very manly woman. Ribbit. I understand. Okay. So, the bear and the princess. Wait, the frog and the bear, huh? Oh, ooh, okay. Once upon a time in the ancient deep forest, the old bear stood back into the river, swiping at the salmon on their way to this spawning grounds. Just as he got his paw on a particular fat one, a fat, juicy salmon, he heard a woman shouting for help. He considered simply eating his salmon. But then she screamed again, and he lumbered over to investigate. After the short walk, he found the princess clinging on top of a tree, while a wolf snarled and snarped. Snarled and snapped at the base of the tree. I don't know what's that one. Old Bear, would you normally not get in the middle of such a situation? After all, as a fellow predator, he understood the wolf's needs to hunt. But when he saw the princess, he was struck by her beauty, and he knew he had to help. With a great roar, the bear heaved onto its hind legs, raising his full height. The wolf snapped and snarled in his direction, but the bear roared again. Rawr. And then the wolf took off into the trees Wait, what? The wolf took off into the trees, tall between his legs. The old bear fell back down onto his four paws, and stared at the princess. Where's my drink? I lost my drink. I found my drink. The old bear fell back down onto all fours and stared up at the princess. She regarded him fearfully. You can come down, he said. How do I know you didn't save me just so you could eat me yourself? Asked the princess. I suppose this is a fair question, admitted the old bear, but I promise I won't eat you. The princess had no reason to trust the old bear, except that he had kind eyes, and so she slowly made her way down to the tree. The fact that she didn't question the bear could talk. When she reached the ground, the bear only watched her, and so she supposed that she was not going to be eaten today. Thank you, she told the old bear. Of course, he said. Can I walk with you back to your home? Of course, said the princess. Also, what the fuck's the princess doing in the forest up in the tree? Is this a Red Riding Hood thing? And so the princess and the old bear walked together through the forest back to the big wooden house. After that day, the princess would occasionally find gifts from the bear: a fresh caught salmon, a handful of ripe berries, a newly bloomed bluebell. One spring, when a sudden thaw flooded the path of the princess's home, the old bear was there, and she rode his back across the river. The old bear began to think that the princess should be his mate. After all, she had no mate, and she needed one, and he could keep her warm and provide her with much more suitable den, and catch fish for her, and protect her from the wolves. She, in turn, would brush his fur, pick berries without smushing half of them, and scratch that one part of his back that he couldn't reach. And with how she took care of the goblins, she'd be an excellent mother for his cubs. One day, the old bear came with a ring of spruce and asked the princess to be his bride. I'm sorry, I said to the princess. You're a very good friend, and I appreciate all you've done for me, but I could not marry you. You're a bear, I'm a princess, I'm a human, you're a beast. It would never work. The bear was crunched, like Captain Crunched. Can we still be friends? He asked. We will always be friends, said the princess, but I will never marry you. Why are you gonna dig the wound even further, the fuck? Poor old bear. The old bear and the princess carried on to the friendship, and after 1 year, he tried again to ask her to be his bride. Once again, she refused. This happened 1 year later, and 1 year after that. And then finally the princess said, Old bear, you are my dear friend, and I appreciate all you have done for me. But I would sooner you have left me to the wolves than marry you. And that is how it will always be. I have my hands full with the 2 goblins who live under my house. And they are all I need. That I wounded the old bear deeply, but it was finally enough to stop his proposal. They remained friends, and he continued to give her gifts of fresh salmon and ripe berries and newly bloomed bluebells. But the old bear never again asked the princess to be his bride, much as he might have wanted to. And that is how the princess befriended the old bear, and how she refused him. Poor Yogi. Okay. Alright, so we're going to the next chapter. The Beaver Fixes the House. Once upon a time in the ancient and deep forest, there lived a wild princess in a big wooden house. One night, a particularly violent storm shook the house. It shook the house, single on the roof, and the planks and the walls. It even shook the beams in which the house stood, blowing the whole fucking hell.
leaving swift beams on which the house stood, blowing the wild things near the ground. The princess hid in a closet fair in the house that would come down on her as she slept. In the morning, the house was still standing, but it was badly damaged. The storm had blown shingles off the roof and the planks of the walls, though even the base upon which house stood. The base, the bent a post. Bent the post upon which the house stood. The first two things that she could fix, but the last concerned her. What would I do, despite the wise princess? For through she many things, and she did not know how to fix the big wooden home. Just then the old bear came by to see if the princess had any troubles in the storm. When he found the neglected planks back into the place, he said, "Stop, princess. Let me do that for you." "Let me do it for you." "I'm happy to do it," said the princess, "but if you want to help with the roof, you may." The fucking animal climbs on the bear, crashes through, like, "Hey goblins, how's it going?" "I don't know why the princess let me on here. This is pretty fucked up." "I'm at least 300 to 400 pounds. Fun fact, a male black bear can weigh up to 600 pounds, females up to 350 pounds. Although brown bears are simple black bears, they are generally larger than black bears. On average, an adult female brown bear weighs between 300 to 800 pounds, and an adult male bear between 400 to 1,200 pounds. Them some bears. Just then, the old bear came by to see the princess. "Yeah, okay. I'm happy to do it, the princess, but if you want to help me with the roof, you may." When the pair were done with the roof and the walls they examined, the bent support post, "I could throw my body against it," said the old bear. "I am very large, very beefy." He stretched upon his hind legs, being sure that the princess could appreciate how very large he was. Then, charged straight at the post, he threw his body against it with an impulsive BAM! The impact moved the post, but too far, and it ended up bending the other direction. Fucking, he had to catch it, like, did I do it? Like, well, the post is on the other side now. "I got it, princess." Fucking keeps doesn't it for hours. It's like, "Is it in place now?" "Yeah, you did great." Girl fucking passes out in her coma. The wise princess decided more precision was needed. She thought then of a very old beaver. She's meeting a lot of old animals who kept an extraordinary crowded dam. Perhaps she can help. She went looking for the very old beaver and found the intuitive animal hard at work, slapping down mud to part of her dam that had been blown apart by the storm. Most of the structure was unharmed because the beaver was very good at building things. The princess knew she had come to the right place. "Beaver," she said, "my house was damaged in the storm and by the bear. Would you help me fix it?" "I believe I could do that, yes," said the very old beaver. And she paused at fixing her own den to follow the princess. My brain went. The very old beaver examined the big wooden house and nodded. "It would be an easy fix," she said, and she about riding the post with a loud slap on her tail. She was done. The wise princess stroked the beaver's head. "Thank you, beaver," she said. "The wind blew the shingles off of the roof and the planks off of the walls and even the bent of the post. Now, thanks to you, I still have a home. Think nothing of it," said the very old beaver, who returned to the work of the den once again. That winter, the very old beaver grew ill, very ill. She was not able to fix her den, nor gather the food. When the princess found out, she set about delivering the meals to the beaver. She brought the stew, the corn, and the beans in the basket of the bricks and twigs. From the beaver's favorite aspen, one day the wise princess noticed that the beaver's den had begun to fall apart. She set about fixing it, and though she was not as talented as the very old beaver, the fix kept the creature warm and dry. "Thank you," said the very old beaver. "Of course," said the princess. "You helped me when the storm blew my house near the ground. Thanks to you, I still have a home, and I am very happy to do the same." The princess continued to nurse the old beaver until the day she came to the den, and the forest was still. No birds sang, no branches rustled, no small things scattered within the underbrush. "Oh," said the princess, staring sadly at the dam, for she knew the old beaver had passed on. "Goodbye, my friend." And that is how the very old beaver saved the big wooden house, and how the wise princess prepared the kindness. Aww, but fuck. Wait, did I even read that? And the forest was still. No birds. Oh yeah, I did read that. The poor beaver. God damn it. Fuck this princess. Where the hell did the moose come from? I thought you were dead, beaver. Where the fuck is that? Where did you come from as well? Oh, okay. Once upon a time in a deep and ancient forest, the princess was melancholy because it was 1 year anniversary of when she had run away from home. Sensing her sadness, the forest friends showed up at her door. They were headed by the pelican, precious and attentive, and organized by the moose, stalwart and foresighted. The old bear was there with the claws so sharp, as well as the big frog parting away. Even when Hiley Muskrat, who mostly came out at night, came, the bear invited her to ride on his back, promising no wolves would harm her in the path. And then the animals led to their fairy glen. When the fabulous party had been prepared, there was a buffet of seafood the pelican had served from the never-emptying basket. The air was filled with wrinkly fairy lights, and the moose had arranged after clouds filled the sky, and the gorgeous frog mixed up the frizz and drinks. Only the muskrat had done nothing particular, mooching off of everyone else. It's hard work. The princess had a very good time at her party, such a good time that she forgot to say thank you to her friends. Noticing this, the fairies devised a bit of mischief. When the princess went to open her gifts, she found their identical boxes at the edge of the glen. Puzzled, she turned back and gasped. The entire party had vanished because you have taken your friends for granted, called the naughty fairies. We have hidden them from you, but we like games. Guess who has given you each of the presents, and you'll get your friends back. The princess opened the first box. Inside there was a torch, which, when lit, revealed the truth. Said the princess. Someone wants to make sure I don't get lost in the woods when it's dark, and that I always see the right from wrong, which is my friends who would give me a gift like that. She opened the second box. Inside there was a magic sword, which would leap right out of the bear's hands to defend them. Which would leap out of the barrier's hands to defend him. Said the princess. Someone wants to make sure I'm protected if I'm ever under a threat. Which of my friends would give me that gift? She opened the third box. Inside there was a bag of coins that's always provided money if it was for something the butter truly needed. Said the princess. Someone wants to make sure I have the money to buy food when I'm hungry and clothes when I'm cold. Which of my friends would give me that? The princess thought about her friends, and then she smiled certainly. Fairies, she said, I may have been thoughtless, but I appreciate all of my friends who have given me and all they have done for me. She gave her answer, and the vexed fairies were forced to restore the party in a flash of colorful light. One by one, she gave the animals a hug and thanked them for the present, the party, and all that she had done to help since she moved into the forest. And that is how the princess celebrated her first anniversary in the woods. Oh, okay. So, I think when it came to the torch, maybe the... Let's see, the frog leaped very far to get out of the one guy's eyes. I think the sword came from the bear, because he's the one who saved her from the wolf. So the torch came from the giant frog, and the money may have came from the beaver, if I had to guess.
Where is it?
You looking for something in particular?
My diary.
You never told me about it.
Yeah. With the way Marianne was, I tried extra hard to keep it a secret. Marianne. Yeah, that day she found out about it.
The diary?
Mom? Mom!
She found about something.
Mom, where is it? What did you do with it?
What now?
I can't find my diary. I know you stole it. Give it back.
Sweetie, whatever I do, it's just for your benefit.
You read it, didn't you? You had no right to do that.
I have the right to do whatever I need to protect my little girl.
I'm not your girl. I hate you.
You will always be my little girl. And no matter how hard you fight me, I'll fight twice as hard to keep you safe.
I don't know how I never saw it coming. She told me right to my face. She was willing to hurt me, to keep me from transitioning.
Tyler, there is no way you could have known she'd go that far.
I want my diary back. Her room was the only place I didn't look.
Okay, but do you need to get it, like, now?
That diary was important to me, Allison. Writing down my thoughts helped me realize who I am.
Well, then let's go find it.
You think her room is still locked?
It always was. I'm not looking forward to going in there.
I know, but we'll have to eventually, and I need it back. You know, if there's one thing you gotta give Marianne, it's that she let us explore our artistic side.
You should have seen Eddie's face when I tried to repaint his car.
Yeah, I bet Uncle Eddie didn't appreciate your artistic touch.
I'd rather you called him Chief Brown if you're gonna be an ass about it.
Space.
How did you convince me to let you put this up?
It was my favorite movie. Back then.
So much for my dream of being a hockey star.
Marianne thought sports were too aggressive, too competitive, and too group-thinky.